The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have released wide receiver Kaylon Geiger from the active roster and have also released tight end David Wells from the practice squad. In the case of Kaylon Geiger, he was released due to the fact that Mike Evans has officially returned from his suspension. This means Evans is once again a part of the team's 53-man roster, and a move had to be made to free up that roster spot. Kaylon Geiger has been a backup wide receiver and a special teams guy for this Buccaneers team for the past couple of games now, but didn't necessarily see a ton of playing time. He could very well return to the practice squad if he does clear waivers. We'll have to wait and see what happens regarding that. And there will be an open spot on the practice squad now, as the Buccaneers did release tight end David Wells, who has been a bit of a veteran, has played around for a handful of teams here or there, but hasn't necessarily stuck on to one roster for any large amount of time. He was a developmental tight end for the Buccaneers, could return to the practice squad, who knows, but now this is probably in a move to free up a spot on the practice squad so Geiger could return there. This does mean that a guy like Deidrin Senate also is going to be on the Buccaneers active roster for a little bit. I think that's a pretty decent move. I thought that Deidrin Senate actually had a really good game in week number 3 versus the Green Bay Packers. He made a couple of big plays in the run game, could even possibly get some more snaps moving forward along the defensive line with Akeem Hicks out with injury for the next couple of weeks due to a foot injury. So a lot of interesting kind of threads going on right now regarding these moves. Kaylon Geiger could return to the practice squad. We will see. David Wells, similar thing, but right now it seems like that spot will probably be open for Kaylon Geiger. Also, Mike Evans returns from suspension. That'll be huge for the Bucs' Week 4 matchup versus the Kansas City Chiefs. The team is still dealing with injuries to Julio Jones, although I believe Todd Bowles came out recently and said Jones could have played in this last game, but they wanted to make sure he was fully rested and ready to go and not possibly re-aggravate any types of injuries. And Chris Godwin is still dealing with a strained hamstring injury as well. So the return of Mike Evans is going to be a very beneficial one. We'll see what the Buccaneers do at the back half of their wide receiver room as well. Guys like Scotty Miller have not necessarily stepped up. Cole Beasley was elevated for the Bucs' Week 3 matchup, but didn't necessarily do a ton with his limited snaps. So we will have to wait and see what the team does moving forward on the back half of their wide receiver room, but they are getting one of their top stars back in Mike Evans. So that is some good news there. Geiger maybe going to return to the practice squad. David Wells, he may end up back up with the Bucs at some point. He may end up somewhere else. We'll just have to wait and see on that as well. What do you guys think about these moves that the Buccaneers have made? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. I would love to hear them. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.